All righty, welcome back to KCAA Broadcasting Network. I'm your host, Toya Tillett, here with the International Wealth Builders Association, and my special guest today, Dr. Tameka Bryant, or better known to me as Auntie. So before we went to that last commercial break, Dr. Tameka was talking a little bit about why she likes to be at the beach and creating instruction and everything. And then she came up with a conference that is called Teach at the Beach. And let me tell you, I've been to 2 years of this conference, and like every year there's new information, there's new eye-opening opportunities, there's new chances to connect with people from pretty much around the globe. You'll meet people from all different walks of life, all different states, and it is hands down the funnest and best conference I've ever been to in my life. So Auntie, tell us a little bit about how you started Teach at the Beach and why you chose that name.
So my passion is teaching. I started out as an adjunct professor when I was 21 years old. While I was in college, my dean said, you should teach this course. It was a course I guess I was really excelling in. And I became an adjunct professor. And from there, I've always taught at some university or college or something, in my spare time.
Okay.
I'm a busy. I love staying busy and learning. And while I was down in Panama City Beach, I was looking for off-market properties for this investment group. Okay. So I happened to find 80 of them and some other condos that were going into auction and
80.
all this other stuff. Yes, in a building. And
okay.
And building probably had 160 units in it.
Wow.
And so and it was, the 80 was owned by one person too.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
He was the original developer and, but anyway, I was down and doing the research there. And I just always said, I'm always going to love teaching. I'm always going to be teaching. And while I was down there, I'm like, and why not teach at the beach? And so I remember doing an instructor development course. Mm-hmm. And I do those once a year where I bring people in who want to be instructors, who want to be public speakers and things like that. And I remember telling that group that year, that I'm just going to start doing instruction at the beach, and then you guys will come there anyway, because I already know I cannot do the cold anymore. And I came up with Teach at the Beach. And so the first year I did it, and I believe there were 12 people, I think, showed up.
Oh, okay.
And because we were in a conference room and we all could fit in a conference room.
Okay.
And then the second year it grew. And then the third year, but by the time the third year came, we had outgrew the hotel down in Panama City Beach.
Wow.
And the numbers kept doubling each year.
Yeah, third year, that's the year I attended.
Yeah.
My first one.
Yeah. And so I started getting nervous. And so here's the thing to the people who are listening. It's like, okay, you get out there and you start doing something and you create a great product or something and people start coming to it. Well, for me, I didn't want to have 3,000 people at a conference. Yeah. I liked doing a conference that had 50 people or 75 people because I wanted to know everybody's name.
And
like,
I
feel like I'm vested, right?
Yes.
And so that when you came to that conference, I knew you. Yeah. I could see your face.
And you even knew my husband. I'm like, wait a minute.
It's like, that's what I pride myself on. It's like, I want to know who I'm working with.
Right.
And I want to know your kids. And I know your kids. And, I want to know who you are when you come to my conference. My family is there. They want to introduce you to them because this is how you build wealth and build community.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, well, you got to open it up because we got other people we want to invite. And I'm like, no, I don't want I don't want to.
I think I said no too.
So now you're right. And so now we're in year 5 and we decided to go to Dominican Republic because we have the investments that are there. Mm-hmm. And it just made sense that we could go a little, we could go larger in the Dominican Republic because of the spaces, and they had some conference hotels and some other things. And we wanted to do add some other pieces to the conference, like the kids track this year.
Okay.
And, so when you're adding pieces and doing different things, you have to have spaces that accommodate you as well. So that was a lot of fun. And when you start looking at, well, where can we go and still be on the beach? Because it's
Right.
Teach at the Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And that you can have an experience. And it just made sense because we had development projects and a lot of our investors were already vested there. So that's what
Right.
we did. And the conference is in what, 3 weeks?
Yes,
Oh
it's in
my
3 weeks.
gosh.
I'm so excited. I gotta get my tickets, my flights, and everything. Waiting on the room reservations to be confirmed. But if you guys, everybody listening out there, just this is just so powerful because she's adding the kids track. I don't know if y'all caught that, but the kids track, we're bringing the kids in, and they're having their own conference so that they can learn how to generate and create wealth at a young age. So then they're not 40 or 41 like myself trying to figure it out. They got it together, you know what I'm saying?
And
So,
more
yeah.
importantly, Latoya, it's more important that the kids are meeting with other kids who
Hmm.
parents are in the same group. So I
Yes.
know you and your son knows my son,
Yep.
right? So that's the kind of community and the network that we all should have had at an early age with
Hmm.
like-minded people and like-minded parents
That is
and
so
things like
true.
that.
So, so
So
true.
all of those are there. So that's for that program is for the 8 to the 18 year olds. They'll
Okay.
be learning about the metaverse and all kind of stuff going on in there. And then we have the junior squad, which is the youth that are younger people who are 19 to 30.
Shout out to
They
the junior squad. I love them. They're so much
Yes, shout out
fun.
to the junior squad, but they come on. Those are our staff that are normally from college age. Those are my kids' age, and they work the conference so that they get some skill sets added to their resumes, as well as they're learning about real estate while they're there and all those other things. So we're excited about the conference. We always are. It's like
Yes.
before we leave the last one, we are excited about the next one.
Exactly. We
So
already bought the tickets and everything for the next one. We don't even know where it's going
for
to
the
be.
next one. We don't even know where it's gonna be. And that's exactly what's happened in this time. It's like, yeah, but yeah, we do that, and we just didn't. We wanted to expand, and we didn't want to have you know, people who could not bring a guest or bring children to this particular conference. Because when you go away, you do
Hmm.
want to bring more of your family and kind of stuff, and make it like a vacation at the same time that the
Yep.
other person is going
And a
to
tax write
learn.
off.
And that's right, our accounting specialist in the room. So yes, so all good. But we love that conference, and so we're excited because this is the first time we're going internationally with it.
All right. So, for everybody listening out there, if you're interested in learning more about Teach at the Beach, you can go to TATB conference.com, correct? Is that right? Okay.
That's
All
correct. That's
right.
correct.
Check out that website, or you could just text me 909-494-2280. Just text me the word international, and then I can give you more information on the conference as well as what we have available for sale down there. So, what do we currently have? What are we offering to sell right now?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know all of who your audience is, and you never know who's on, right?
That's true.
So we have Pearl Almada Project. There, we have a couple of sixplexes left in there.
Okay.
And we have some celebrity investors who will be at the Teach at the Beach conference, and they'll be purchasing in both of these new projects. So for those who, watching celebrities and things like that, other people like to just come to those locations because
Mm-hmm.
they're probably going to see a celebrity. So
Right.
that's pretty cool for us that we already have celebrity status buying in our projects.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell who those are. They'll announce it at Teach at the Beach. But
So you hear that? You
the
got to come to the conference if you want to know who's purchasing in
and
the
where they're
Dominican
purchasing.
Republic, what they're purchasing, what their portfolios are going to be looking like. You got to come to Teach at the Beach, and then they're going to be there mingling right around with us.
That's right. Because we have our grand opening of our groundbreaking ceremony, so some of them will be there as well. And then in the Bahia project, which is a resort, and it has everything in there, shopping.
Hmm.
But I have a hotel for sale if there's someone who wants to buy
Yes.
into or invest in or operate and buy the hotel location that's there. There are villas that are 600,000. There are condos that start at 157,
Hmm.
2 bedroom, 2 bath condos in that same vicinity. So we have lots that are going on, and these projects, we've already sold 60 of our
Wow.
condos in Perla Bahia, and we have not broken ground yet.
Right.
So the good thing about the good thing about our projects is that you don't there's if you don't have to have you can, as I call it, real estate on layaway, right? So you can
Yeah.
do a payment plan
Mm-hmm.
in our projects. And because you have a year in one project and you have about 2 years to pay off, you can really get an affordable plan teaming up with someone or even by yourself. And for
Right.
you Cali folks, 157,000 is a drop in the bucket,
Right.
you know.
Okay. Especially over here in Cal. Yeah, you're not finding anything for 157. Like I said, there's
No,
some sheds available at Home Depot and Lowe's.
no, exactly. And we're estimating that it'll be upwards of about 200 plus by the time we're finished, just
Wow.
based on, cost and stuff going up because we do about a 5% increase every few months and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So we started out with groundbreaking opening prices at 135.
Wow.
And then we are now up to 157. It's where our values are. So if you got in early, you already have equity
Yep.
in.
Like, can you imagine having equity in a project that hasn't even broken ground yet? Like,
Yes.
the math speaks for itself. I mean, if you're an investor, savvy investor, or a numbers person, you already know what that looks like, what that ROI is.
Right.
So,
And I
yeah.
did that on purpose.
Mm.
Again, remember, I'm always thinking about the new investor.
Right.
I mean, thinking about what I would want. I could do it if I had a payment plan. I could do it,
Yep.
this way. I could do it. There's so many ways I could do it. So that's the way I looked at it. And
Yeah.
I want to do it and have equity. And so one of my first purchases was new construction. I brought new construction sight unseen with the money I made from my wedding.
Wow.
And the one thing about that property is that by the time the rest of the subdivision was built, my values were up.
Wow.
And so that told me right there, this is the kind of real estate I want to do. So perhaps I'll start flipping new construction. And
Okay.
then,
Now look at this. It's just dropping
yeah.
all kind of nuggets, flipping new construction. But see, we are running out of time. We only got like a minute
Yes,
and a half left. I'm like, if we
I
can,
tell you, it's
man,
like
there's
it
so
goes
much
so fast.
information, right? We need to make a series out of this or something, right? So really quick, we're doing breaking ground. Can we talk about Perla Amada?
Yes.
Okay.
So Perla Amata is breaking ground during the conference. So that will happen on September
Okay.
10th
Okay.
in the Dominican Republic. And it is actually an all women development team that put this project together.
Yes.
So we're excited about that because we'll be out there. It's all women, all American team.
Mm-hmm.
So just letting your audience know that we have so many opportunities to develop, to partner with us, to invest with us. So reach out to Latoya and let's do some more
Yes.
business.
Let's get some work, y'all. So reach out to me. So we got to go. The music is coming on and cutting us off. My number is 909-494-2280. You can follow me on YouTube at Latoya Tillett. And I'll see y'all next month. I'll be coming to you live from the Dominican Republic. Thank you so much, Auntie, for being a guest on the show. I love you so much.
Awesome.
And we'll talk soon.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.